you can't just be an average person and build a 7-figure business. You know, it takes a lot to become a person who can actually do that. And that's a journey I'm going through, right? And that's obviously what I'm documenting for you guys now. And it's not easy, it's difficult, there's ups, there's downs, but I want to make sure we document it to show you exactly how it works, how to do it yourself. What's up guys, good morning. If you're new here, I'm basically going to be showing you an insight into what it takes to build a 7-figure coaching business online. At the moment we do about $40,000 per month on average, can be less, can be more, but I'm going to be showing you guys an insight into what it takes every single day and the actions I'm taking daily to take it up to $100,000 per month and obviously then beyond, and just giving you a real good insight and an honest look into actually how that happens, how it works and what it actually takes. So on the agenda today, we'll be taking a dog for a walk, usual thing I do in the morning, we'll then grab some breakfast, do some deep work, got a call with one of my team members after that. Then I've got a few sales calls, got a fit in a gym at some point today, and then also later this evening I'm doing something called a power hour, which is going to be a fun thing to do with some of the community, and I'll probably tell you a bit more about that a bit later on as well. Okay guys, so for now, it's time to go for a walk. So I thought I'd use this time in the morning to give you a morning thought. So every time I go for a walk with the dog, I'm going to film it and I'm going to give you what it is I'm thinking about. And so I've been thinking about recently is the idea of identity and the idea of, you know, to have success and to win big online. It's not necessarily about being the best, it's about being different. And it's those who are different, those who stand out, they're the ones who have the most success. And I've been really thinking about it recently and asking myself, how am I different? You know, what is it I do differently to people? How can I stand out? How can I be unique? And I think I've done that to a degree, otherwise obviously I wouldn't have had the success I've had, but I'm thinking about how can I do it even more? And when I really looked at what it is I'm doing, I realised that there's a lot missing from what I believe in and what actually I stand for, my morals, my ethics. So the quick exercise I've done was I sat down, got out a piece of paper on my journal, and I literally wrote down any word that came to my mind. And subconsciously the words that then came to my mind were words that I resonated with. So it's things like honesty, authenticity, simplicity, being authentic, being direct, being straight to the point. You know, and it's like, what I realised is I had about 20 to 30 words that I put on this piece of paper, and I asked myself honestly, am I showing all of these words? Am I actually communicating that in all of my content, everything I'm doing? And look, the reality is that I wasn't, you know, I wasn't and I'm not. So I put a bit of a plan together to actually fix that. And now I'm going to be making sure I'm showing more of my identity in my content. I recommend you guys do the same thing. And, you know, it made me think about a few quotes. And there's one quote by Alex Hormozy, and he says, it's based about earning money. He says that once you have, you know, when you earn money, you know, you solve your money problems, but then you're left with problems that money can't solve. And I feel like I'm in that position in that I have earned the money that, or more money than I ever could wish for, and I don't necessarily need to earn more money. Obviously I want to, and I want to build a business, but I don't need to. I'm now left with this problem of identity and how my page resonates with me and how it resonates with, you know, you guys and what it is you want to enjoy and what you guys want to look at. And then made me think about another quote by Grant Cardone, who some people like, some people hate. I'm a bit in between with him, but I like this quote by him, and he said, look, I'm not trying to be liked, I'm trying to be known, right? And that's something that really got me thinking as well, is that we all don't realise it, but a lot of the times when we're posting content, we're trying to be liked, we're trying to get people to like us to then buy from us, follow us, engage, whatever it might be. So I thought, you know what, enough of that. I'm not going to fall into that trap anymore. And I didn't think I was, but looking at it, I think I was to a degree. I'm not going to fall into that anymore. I'm going to say what I think, and I don't care if people like it or not, because that's what I believe. And if you like it, you'll keep watching my videos. If you don't like it, then you won't watch the videos. And for me, I'm okay with that. You know, because like Grant Cardone said, I'm not trying to be liked. I'm trying to be known. You know, I'm trying to be known because I want to build a good business. I want to have a good impact on people. So yeah, that's my morning thought, or that's my morning rant over. So I'm going to finish up with a walk with Grogu, and then I'll catch up with you guys when I'm back for some breakfast. So not long back from walking the dog, I'm literally about to make some breakfast now. I'm going to make some scrambled eggs on toast for me and the wife and do a glass of some juice as well. And then after I've had that, I'm going to get straight to work. So I'll see you guys then. So just sat down after having breakfast, ready to do some work now. I'm going to do a little bit of a deep work session. Got my content to make for the day, but also content strategy to plan out, which I'm changing and refining because I have some big changes coming up for my Instagram page, YouTube page, and other platforms I'm going to be using. And after that, I've got a call with my team member, go over a few things. So yeah, I'll catch up with you guys after that call.
Hey Eddie.
There we go. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? You obviously mentioned about that document I said we're going to get done for you with our kind of current clients, so you kind of know who we have on board and kind of how everyone's working at the moment, and all those types of things. So I do have a document that we've put together, which I'm going to give you access to, and I'll quickly show you it now so you can see it. Each month we track how their past month went, what their goal is, what their plans to get there, and like what tasks they need to be doing actually achieve it. So I just finished up on my call with my team member, got a good bit of work done. Now I'm going to quickly run to the gym, not literally, but drive to the gym, and I've got about an hour. How long have I got? About an hour and 15 till I need to be back for a sales call, so I've got to go. But the garden potentially of the house we're getting is fairly big. It's more space than like what we need. So when I can, I'll get like I'll build something in the garden, like an actual office in the garden or something.
I get a desk in there as well.
Yeah, you can hot desk in there for $5 a month or something.
yeah, no, definitely not. So I'm still getting used to this vlogging stuff. I was meant to be recording my whole day, and I completely forgot to record like the past 3 hours of what I've been doing.
No!
So I'll quickly update you. So I literally just jumped out of the shower, but before that, I got back from the gym. Obviously had some lunch, but I had a team meeting. So I had a call with my executive assistant, Liv, who's my wife. So Liv, my wife, is my executive assistant. So we had a joint meeting with her and my client success coach, Harrison, just looking over the business, looking over how the systems are in terms of managing client success and how it's all going, because it's a new hire we've made. So Harrison's come on board as our client success coach. He's only been on board for about 2 weeks now, but absolutely doing an amazing job. We're super happy to bring him on board because he's someone who's passionate about actually serving our clients, working with them one-to-one and making sure they get the best results possible. And we really needed that sort of that kind of injection of energy into our business, into our program. He's made a massive impact so far, and we've had some really good feedback from our clients, and obviously from him as well, who's really enjoying it. So Harrison, if you're watching, good job, keep it up. But just in general, we were going over a system of how we kind of manage our clients and what it looks like. And what we're finding is, as we are building this out over time, is that there are things we can be doing that can make that process much easier, much simpler. So we have we use a platform called Airtable, or we was using Airtable to manage a lot of our clients as a kind of CRM, right, a customer relationship management software, or whatever you want to call it. And we found that actually the issue we were facing with Harrison and kind of what he was doing was, we had one thing on Airtable, one thing on Google Sheets, one thing over here, one thing there, and we tried to bring them all together as kind of in as simple way as possible, but just wasn't happening. It was just too complicated. So what we've done was we've literally simplified as much as possible. And one thing you hear me say a lot is that simplicity scales and complexity fails, and especially when it comes to your systems, you have to simplify them as much as possible. So now everything is hosted on a Google Sheet, or a handful of Google Sheets, but one actual document. And then we have automations that kind of lead into that and kind of lead out of that, which then populate different parts of our system, so we can really keep on top of everything. We're literally offering on-demand, unlimited one-to-one coaching to our clients now. So we have to make sure, that we are keeping on top of that, to keep track of it, and making sure that, their goals, what it is they're targeting, is all kept on top of. So that's what I've done. I also had a mastermind call in one of the mentorships I'm in. So I paid a lot of money for this mastermind, and literally it was a $30,000 investment, give or take. And what's great about this is, you have these mastermind calls, and it's not about trying to figure out the tactics or like the little details, the little problems. It's about principles. It's about ideas. It's about listening to the stories of the other entrepreneurs who are talking, and trying to learn what it is you can from them. There's a lot of things I learned on the call today about empathy, the idea of being purpose-driven, how to create a good team culture, and these all ideas and things that I pass on to my students, but also that I really take note of myself, and I try to implement them as much as possible. Because for me now, building this business to 7 figures, you can't just be an average person and build a 7-figure business. It takes a lot to become a person who can actually do that, and that's a journey I'm going through, right? And that's obviously what I'm documenting for you guys now. And it's not easy, it's difficult, there's ups, there's downs, but I want to make sure we document it to show you exactly how it works, how to do it yourself. So look, rest of the day I have about an hour or so of a deep work session. I did have a sales call earlier, didn't close on the call, but may close it later this evening with follow-up. It's likely. But I have like I said, about an hour of deep work now, and then I've got another sales call, and then I've got our power hour, which I'm hosting tonight, which I'm also really looking forward to. So I'll catch up with you guys at some point later on today. So we've got our meal prep. Liv, what we got?
So we've got 5 different meals for our lunches throughout the week. So we've got chicken, arrabbiata pasta, ginger, turkey mince, potatoes and green beans. That's nice. Chicken teriyaki with rice and veg.
Yeah.
Steak with sweet potato and kale.
Yeah.
And I think this is a naked burrito. Yeah, naked burrito. So veggies,
nice.
It's like salad, chicken, rice. So yeah, that looks really good.
Yeah. Put the oven on. Wife shouting at me to put the oven on. So I've just finished up with the. So I had a bit of an hour of deep work. Then I had the sales call that I mentioned. Sales call went really well. So closed, pay in full, which is amazing. Always nice to get the pay in full. House is messy, so we'll hide that. But yeah, great sales call. What's really good is that when you have confidence in your offer, when you know exactly who it is you serve, how you can help people, you can have so much more clarity, so much more certainty. And when you sell something, and that's what makes selling high ticket easier, is when you can actually have that clarity, have that certainty. So yeah, that was amazing. So I had 2 sales calls today. One of them paid in full. The other one has said yes and wants me to send across the invoice today. I believe also for paying full, I'm not sure. Need to double check. But until it's actually in the bank account, they're not closed. Which is what I tell my clients. So for us, it's just we've closed one person today, paying full, which is amazing. And as we obviously get more calls booked in, slowly starting to ramp up the numbers. And the dog's joining me. Slowly start to ramp up the numbers, get more people on board, get more success stories. I posted a massive success story today. One of our clients, Gabri, based in Italy, he's one of the authorities when it comes to Instagram growth and marketing in Italy. Can you stop? Rogu, stop. He's one of the authorities, got 20,000 followers. We've helped him do €100,000 in 2 months. In 2 months, he's done €100,000. Absolutely insane. So it's about $125,000. But I'm going to get going because this guy is in my face. Wants to be on camera, don't you? Do you want to be on camera? He wants to be on camera. But I've got to go. I've got to get ready for the power hour. It's also going to be great. So I can see you guys. I'll see you guys after that. Alright, so just finished power hour. I had to come and lay down because my head is now fried. But really great power hour. A lot of good people on, a lot of people who are serious about building their business. And what the power hour was a free coaching session. If you don't know about it, it's a free coaching session, which we're probably going to be doing again in the future, where What we've done in this session was we helped people with building their offer. So we helped to lay out exactly what a 6-figure offer looks like, how you need to structure it, how you need to actually write it, and actually talk about it. We went through some exercises on the Power Hour as well. So everyone who was on that call, they came away at the end of it with their 6-figure offer made, ready to take to the market. So really interesting. We've never actually done anything like it before. So it's really interesting to actually test it out and kind of see how it worked and if people enjoyed it. And the people who were on there, we sent out some feedback forms and everyone was positive. Everyone ranked it at like 9 or 10 out of 10 in terms of the value they got. And I'll probably share some more details on my Instagram at some point, more specifically about how it worked and kind of feedback we've got. But it was really interesting actually to see that people are willing to get on those calls and to kind of be taught, even though it is for free, but people who are willing to jump on and give that feedback. And even if it's just a way for you to get market research for your offer, to find out if people enjoy what it is you teach, or if the way you teach something is interesting, it can be useful for that. So that's what we done, and it was super, super enjoyable, and I'm glad that people done it. And if anyone is watching this video who was on it, thank you guys for jumping on. It was really good to have you guys on, and really amazing. But for now, it's time to relax, have some dinner, go to bed, and I'll see you guys next week on the next vlog. Journey to 7 figures continues, and we'll be there soon.